Hey!
Boom.
Boom. Ooh, love it.
Let's do it. Let's drill it.
Do you have the analytics on what the longest, oldest lead you have that closed? And how
We
many times
just
you called?
closed. We just closed one from 9 months ago yesterday.
How
One
many
call
dials
closed.
did you look at how many dials were on it?
I think it was like 50 something, but again, we have it go through the first 90 days, and then I have a kind of a requote campaign that goes to a DNC scrubber, right? And I have that set up on a separate campaign, really low priority.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It's just like little touch points, and like anything that we win on those, like it's awesome.
I think that's interesting. You bring up that part of it where you had the 1-to-1 and now you have 2-to-1. I'm about 2-to-1. I figure I'd rather have more activity on the front and less producers who are writing more business each. You know, my top one wrote 60. So it's just, you know, when you see one can do 60, then the rest see that and eventually they'll get there. So just feed them. And they cost you pay less by having one write 60 than two write 30, right? So I'd rather have one write 60. But I think it's interesting when you have when you fill up that pipeline and you have so many leads in the system. I know Jason has a trillion leads in there and you've got 1 million leads in there now. You almost need the extra group of callers to be able to hit those old leads too. Right. So because they flip. I mean, you've done that. I've talked about, we had a one that was over 90 dials on it. Probably some other ones. I haven't looked at all of them, you know, but how important is that to you?
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on, because especially on the front end, because I know we have very particular cadences in the group that we share and stuff to make sure that we're hitting them enough times. And we're reaching out to these prospects so frequently that as that bank builds up, they sometimes rarely get to that, you know, 45, 60, 90-day mark, and they don't get as hit as much. So you can add another telemarketer, right? And it's going to really start to help you with getting into the back end of leads closer to that 90-day period, when guess what? Nobody else is calling them at that point.